welcome to the Comic and Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to give you a review of something that I never thought I was going to see. Oh, Superman and Lois, the CW's latest series to be released, and the reason I ended up looking at this is because I had heard good things. I had heard good things from people I know who aren't the biggest CW fans. John Campia, for example, is one of those, and I saw people that I follow doing reactions to it. So I was like, you know what? I want to check it out now. All disclosure, if you've been following me long enough, you know this as well. You know this. I am not the biggest CW fan. In fact, I haven't really watched anything from the CW in a very, very long time. The last thing I saw on the CW was season 5. It was either 4 or 5. I believe it was season 5. Season 5 of Arrow. And I was done. Last thing I saw Flash season 3, and I was done. I saw season 4 of Arrow, and I was done. I tried to watch, what was it? The Heroes of Tomorrow? I think it's the Heroes of Tomorrow. The Heroes of Tomorrow, I could not. I watched a couple episodes of that, and after a while, I was just like, dude, I'm kind of over this shit. And I couldn't watch that. I never found Black Lightning to be interesting enough to watch. I damn sure didn't find Supergirl or Batwoman interesting enough to watch. So I was kind of left, and the thing about the CW shows is, for me, it hurts. To the point where I haven't been able to go back. I absolutely love. I really do. I think seasons 1 and 2 of Arrow and seasons 1 and 2 of fucking Flash are two of the greatest comic book adaptations ever. I love those things. I loved the first 2 seasons of Arrow. I mean, shit. The first 2 seasons of Arrow had me debating how much do I... Wait, is something shaking? Oh, I thought something was moving. The first 2 seasons of Arrow had me debating with myself, do I like DC more? Or no, okay, maybe not that far, but I'm like, shit, is Green Arrow my favorite Archer? I was like, because if you know me too, and I've mentioned this before, I'm a huge Archer person. Archery, anything archery, I'm down for it. Love Hawkeye, love Green Arrow, love Katniss, love, love Legolas. If you got a bow and arrow, I'm rolling with you, okay? If you got a bow and arrow, I'm with you. So I love bow and arrows. So Green Arrow just hit this sweet spot. It's superhero and bow and arrows. I was like, fuck, a superhero uses bow and arrows? I was down. But after a while, I got tired of that damn show. I just thought the show got really, really, really repetitive. It had a same kind of formula. The flashbacks were ridiculous because they just got took into a whole proportion. The drama, the melodrama that CW tends to lean towards just started to overshadow the actual comic book stuff. Same thing with Flash. First 2 seasons of Flash were the total opposite of the first 2 seasons of Arrow, and it worked until they did too much. Flash was this tasty ass dish. This tasty dish. Dessert. It was this tasty dessert, and I was like, whoa. Arrow was this gourmet meal. It was like, oh man, this is good. Flash was a dessert. It was a perfect dessert. And even when they did their crossover events, it was awesome. And in the beginning, when they did their crossover events, it actually complemented each other because it literally felt like you just eating a full course meal. You got the Arrow stuff that's the main course, and you got the fucking dessert. So it was nice. And I think Flash was this nice dessert. But over time, it's as if it just started to become fucking too much. It started to become too much, too many speedsters, too much of this, too much of that, so much melodrama. Why the fuck is it okay for Barry to marry his technical legal stepsister? Because technically you shouldn't be able to do that. And why is no one creeped out about he was raised with this girl from childhood as a fucking sister, and he's banging her, and nobody thinks nobody thinks that's weird at all. It's there's so many things. The whole Savitar thing, how there's Jesus, how many speedsters are there gonna be? There's a lot of problems that I had, and I just was out. I was I quit. By the time, like I said, I quit the entire CW thing altogether. But, and along the way, maybe a couple of years ago, Supergirl introduced Superman. I believe they introduced him in their second season. And I definitely didn't want to see that because all I heard was people say how Superman was kind of lame in the CW version. And I was like, okay, whatever. I don't really care about it. But the only reason I started, but I decided to watch this one because I heard that it was sort of a light reboot. And that's what I heard is it was sort of a soft reboot that it really doesn't mention or have anything to do with the Supergirl show, which is why I wasn't gonna watch this. But when I heard that and I saw the trailer for it, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I'm here to tell you, it's actually pretty good. It's not anything groundbreaking. It's not anything amazing, but it's really damn good. And I will tell you this: the actor who plays Superman in this show does a much better job. Like, this is a much better representation and interpretation of Superman and Lois' relationship. And Superman in particular, he's earnest, he's honest, he's heartfelt. He's got this power to him. He's got this weight to him. Like, it's like, I was like, this is really what I imagined Superman would be like live action, and like he really captured that. The actor playing Superman in this show really captures that. Really captures the earnestness of it and the joy of having all that power, and just like the effortlessness of which he's such a good dude. He's just a good dude. Like, he's just a good dude. But this show kind of like, well, while I thought it was just, it's just about Superman and Lois and them, being together. It's just a Superman story, but Lois is in it, so they put her name in the title. But why didn't you just call it Superman? I mean, I'm not trying to be nasty or nothing, but I don't think they would ever call, Spider-Man and Mary Jane, but whatever. But this is a Superman in a world where he's been Superman for a while. I would go on a limb and say he's been Superman for like at least 17 years, something like that, because he has like teenage kids. Like, him and Lois have been married. They got married. They got a house together. They got children together. They got two twin boys together. Their boys are teenagers. They're like 14, 15 years old. Like he's been at this for quite a while. And this version of him, which is an interesting concept, really. It already distinguishes itself from other Superman stories. Now, while I was a bit disappointed because I would have loved to have seen a Superman story from the beginning, him building. Like, I would love to have seen that, because that's what I really want to see. I really want to see that. I really want to get a new Superman in there. A Superman that the generation can kind of like have that as their representation, so they can kind of just see him grow throughout time, like see all his villains introduced, see him encounter all these people. But it's okay. They went a different direction, which I'm not. I actually sort of like this idea of like, yeah, man, life is tough, marriage is tough. Like, the idea, I do love that they really do a good job of capturing the fact that, like, as though Superman's all powerful and they can do all this shit, like, normal shit's tough. Dealing with raising kids and a wife and paying bills and shit. It's like, man, he's Superman, but damn. Even though, like I say, sometimes the show tends to lean, like, sometimes I find myself, wondering, like, man, like, you are Superman, you're such a good dude. There's so many other things you could do to get around, certain issues. But I digress. The actress who plays Lois is pretty good, too. I like her. I will say the only problem I had, and it really wasn't a big problem, was the kids, was the teenage stuff. It's really played up. It's really stereotypical teenage stuff. Right down to the one brother being, he's awesome, the other brother being kind of lame and emo and sitting in a dark room and playing video games, and right down to the other one brother being so, like, he's got superpowers, and like I said, meeting this girl, and right down to the girl one of the brothers is into, who happens to be with an asshole dude, and they're gonna break up and she's gonna be with him. But like I said, it's pretty standard teenage stuff. I don't think the two actors who portray Clark's boys are that bad, but like it's just standard teenage shit, and like in a show that otherwise has like is doing a pretty good job in like interpreting Superman. The teenagers they just feel out of place. They just feel like the show would be moving a lot swifter if they weren't in it. Like, that's all I can say. Like, now, granted, I do like I said, I do like the aspect of like Clark being like, he's a father now, and there are things about that I do enjoy. But like I said, and the CGI is actually not that bad. It's actually really good CGI. And in fact, I will say this is the best looking CW show ever made. And I'm pretty sure it has the highest budget of any CW show, especially any of these superhero CW shows. It's the highest budgeted. It's definitely it has a different filter on it. Like, if you don't notice, most of the CW shows have like a slightly bright tint to it. It has like a tint to it, like a bright tint to it. All of them, even Supernatural. Even Supernatural, although it had that like kind of grainy, gritty kind of tint to it, eventually it got the bright, you know, like highlight, everything tint to it. You notice it when you watch CW shows. You watch enough CW shows, you'll realize like it's because they're all filmed in like the same fucking location, so it's like, you know, it is what it is. But this does not have that tint. This has like a movie tint. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how like, there's different like like lenses you can use? Like there's like a movie lens. Like, it has a movie lens. Like, I'll give them that. It looks like something that would be on HBO. Like, the look, like the actual color tone, it doesn't look like CW. In fact, it's rose. In fact, I'm telling you right now, if you watch this and you didn't see the CW, I don't think you would think it was on CW. Other than the teenager stuff, you wouldn't think this was on CW. Right down to the fights and everything. Now, like I said, you know what? I really did enjoy this pilot. Like, I'm not gonna go through the entire pilot, but I just think that a lot of the actors were good. It's interesting seeing. Like, I love the idea. Like I said, I love the concept of like this is Superman like way into this shit, like seasoned into this shit. Now I am interested. I am interested if they're gonna mention any of his villains, because they really don't. Even when he's doing his brief intro, there is no mention of Lex Luthor. There is no mention of LexCorp. There is no mention of the Justice League. There is no mention of Batman. There is no mention of any of his villains, the Darkseid, anything like that. It seems like none of that's happened yet. Or maybe it just isn't gonna happen, or maybe it'll happen over the course of the show. All I know is I dug it. I actually did enjoy this. Like, it really did. Like, I really was like, you know what, man? CW can do this. I might come back here. And it's interesting, too. It kind of shows you that they don't really plan on doing anything with Superman for a while. Because for a long time, CW had this, like, stance on, like, they're not going to use any character on CW that they're going to use in the movies. Like, because that's why, the Suicide Squad, they're supposed to, Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad were supposed to appear in, early seasons, maybe like Arrow season 3, something like that. They were supposed to appear, but they got cut out because of the Suicide Squad movie. So, you know, stuff like that's been happening for a very long time. There's a reason that, you know, Batman has never had a TV show or even appeared on a show, really, you know, other than like everything outside of him just being Batman. You know, it's always been some weird thing going on. But they've kind of laxed on that over lately, and I'm happy they did, because after WandaVision, it's a real conversation to be had that, like, maybe long-form TV is the way. Like, I love my big movies. I love the budget you can put into it. But if you can put the same budget into a TV show, I would probably prefer a TV show. In fact, I'm thinking about making a video talking about that and really putting that question out there to you guys. But anywho, I would give Superman and Lois, I'd give the pilot an 8, man. I really did enjoy it, dude. I really had a good time with this pilot. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I love this version of Superman. I love his earnestness. I like the world that he's in. I like the idea of a Superman who is seasoned into this shit, and he's like he's dealing with all kinds of shit that he probably never thought he would deal with. He's married, dealing with the married, dealing with the kids. It's all kinds of stuff, man. I like this. I like it. It's all kinds of stuff. I think it's shot very well. I think it looks great. It looks way better than anything else on CW. And you know, I'm happy to see Superman having done very well. Like I said, I can take or leave those teenager shit. Like it's a little, sometimes like it's a little out of place, because sometimes the show's moving and then the teenage stuff just kind of brings it to a complete halt, at least for me. But otherwise, you know, like I said, it's not revolutionary. It's not like the best fucking thing I've seen. It doesn't do anything, you know, vastly better than other adaptations of Superman, but I do think it's the best adaptation of Superman to date. So for that alone, I gotta give it an 8. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please comment below. Have you seen Superman and Lois? Comment below. Or did you quit the CW just like I did? Thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, please remember to like and subscribe.